we're hanging out, having a few laughs, getting a little lick it up. So now she's like, well, I should be going now. I go, where you going? Well, I'm not gonna have sex with you. I go, hey, who's talking about sex?
The following program is intended for mature audiences.
All right, I see you've been doing your homework. But you see, that's where I keep going. I'm not happy just giving you the old shit. So I put together a few more. That reminds me of something that happened.
Pull it up.
Peter, pumpkin eater, whacked off in the movie theater. Sprayed his load across the screen and ruined rollerball. Final scene. Oh! It'll be like a little pajama pod. You know, but if you wake up in the middle of the night and you want to fuck, tug on my cock twice. If you don't want to fuck, tug on it 122 times. You know, that's pretty good. I fucked the... pretty good because get the fuck out. You fucking guys are unbelievable. Oh, you know, I nearly forgot. Here's your fucking receipts, stupid. I'm over here now. You see, that's a professional. You didn't even see what I just did you, honey? I'm over here now. I was over there. Now I'm over here. That's a professional. You know, another guy comes up here, he gets all fucked up, drops the mic, trips over, so not me. I'm over there, and now I came over here, but then I backed up, now I'm over here. You see what I'm saying? That reminds me of a funny story. Welcome.
Oh shit. I was just listening to The Bonfire from yesterday, the day before. I don't remember. Holy shit, I thought fentanyl just killed people. Apparently there's somebody to talk to, a fentanyl addict. But that's not what we're here to talk about. This absolutely has nothing to do with that. Why Tyler Perry hates the Boondocks? Fucking fuck that guy and what he thinks. That show is the shit. It's fucking awesome. What do I know? Anyway, dude, they were talking about I don't even know how I made this parallel. Okay, the original conversation, they were talking about going into high school and using other comedians' bits in school to try to be funny when they were real young kids, like 5th graders doing Dice and Steve Martin and all this shit. Was really fucking funny. But somehow I got that they They had to be talking about jerking off or something, dude. Or they were talking about hooking up. Fuck, I don't remember. Either way, it doesn't matter. I just had a memory snipe me in my fucking head where this is a brilliant topic to talk about. So I'm just gonna say it right now. If you know me, and you don't want to hear nasty shit, just hang this up right now, because this is gonna be gross for you. But it's, in hindsight, probably a really good story that I realize now nobody probably does anymore. I'm talking about hooking up back in the day, where you go to a movie theaters with a fucking broad, dude, and getting whacked off in the fucking theater, watching a movie you don't give a fuck about, dude. Bro, come on now, stop it. Hold on, let me. I gotta look up the movie, because I don't know when this shit came out. Well, it's definitely not 1975, that's for sure. 2002. Oh, god damn it, this movie fucking... Bro. Oh my god, I'm crying. It was... Hold on, I gotta get it together. Dude, rollerball.
The world's most dangerous game will become deadly.
Oh my god, that is so hard to get out. Oh my god. Ooh, shit. That's... That's hilarious, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the guy that works there, bro. I didn't know better as a dirtbag. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my god, I have tears coming out of my fucking eyes, bro. I can't handle it. Nobody... Dude, you had never thought about this movie a day in your life, bro. I'll guarantee it. I'll guarantee it. I don't even know why it was that one. I don't... Oh my god, dude, is this a trailer? This is 5 minutes of useless material. I gotta get into the story. It's not even really a story, but still, dude, it's hilarious.
Wasting your life. The break you need is right here.
Oh my god. I can't do it.
Is that supposed to be funny?
I can't do it. I'm sorry, LL. I can't do it, man. That movie is fucking horrible. Oh my god. People are mad about their original one. Dude, this is... The only thing this movie is good for, bro, is a fanger. A finger bang. Oh, fuck this girl that I was dating. Yeah, right. Bro, she was probably fucking every one of my friends, dude. every one of them. This girl was a dirtbag. Oh my god, that's hilarious. From the bottom of my heart, you're gross. I respect your hustle. I respect the grind. But my god, did you fucking hop down the chain gang of retards, bro? What the fuck were you doing? You were runner-up in the popularity contest in high school, right? So you gotta knock over whatever pins you can reach. I can't say anything else. I can't say anything else. I mean, I highly doubt she's listening to this. For fuck's sake, I hope not. Look, you should know better than anybody. I have a fucking... It's not about you. This is about how hilarious this is. That this chick jerked me off in a movie theater, and I was finger blasting her, dude, and I blew a load, because this is before I even thought about what am I gonna do with it when it happens. I was just so worried about getting somebody to do something to it. I didn't think of the second part. Fuck. That's hilarious.
It's time to play rollerball! It's the world's #1 phenomenon.
I created a sport that you could thrive in.
And 3 players rule the...
You keep your mouth shut, I'm gonna go in there and slap your face.
What you watching?
I was thinking about, when they were talking about that shit earlier, it made me think about a time. This is hilarious now that I think about it. I went to the movies theater with, I don't want to say her name, but it's not live, so I can't. I'll cut it out later. Fucking, that got...
We're sorry.
To jerk me up in a movie theater. Oh, it's hilarious. I was just watching the trailer to the movie and laughing at how horrible the movie was and how gross of a situation that actually that I remember it to be.
Yeah.
Bro, so nasty. Oh, it's so nasty. What was I thinking?
Somebody just got downstairs.
What the fuck is that?
Whatever
Use your
they-
English words.
I
What the
don't
fuck is
know.
that? Jackie Chan movie? What are you doing to me right now?
That dude that smacks his girlfriend on the computer, and it sounds like
That's a completely
like
lost reference. I don't know which phone that's on. Go ahead.
her daughter. I guess it was one of her teddies.
Oh shit.
You know, I guess in her sleep or whatever.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so she leaves. Mom goes in. Oh, you see her and bring out all the fucking stuff out and was like,
Throw it in the garbage.
You want to think that you're grown. This is fucking stuff. I can just imagine you're sleeping, you know, you don't know your child. And you just get smacked on your ass, you know, or your face.
Oh
You know,
my
I don't
god.
even know where she smacked her, but it sounded like a bare ass, like she had her pants go down. I had to ask her when she cursed out. Well, not like she's wild.
I'll go downstairs. I'll have to stop this and start it back up again. Oh my god.
And one time at band camp,
Thanks, Kevin, for your story and your honesty. Sounds like you're in a good place.
Hey, it's your circle, pal. Go ahead and jerk it.
We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible.
Did you see that scar on my wrist? You see that? You know what that's from? I don't get it. You know, I just don't get it. I missed the fucking point someplace. The boat left and I wasn't on the boat. Explain it to me.
Oh shit. Okay. I'm gonna go over. I need to finish this goddamn trailer.
The game.
I told you, it's the promised land. On three. 1, 2, 3.
Just get up.
Oh shit. Hello? What's up, bro? What are you doing?
What?
I said, what's up? What are you doing?
I'm driving right now.
Oh shit, okay. I don't want to keep you on the... No, I was just sitting here thinking about old shit, and I remembered out of nowhere about how we used to go to the fucking movie theaters all the time back when you had the convertible Chrysler. Okay, it was not AMC though, right? Or was that up already? There was the other one inside the mall. It was 2002, bro. We're talking about decades ago, dude. I can't believe I just fucking remembered this, but you're the only... You were there. I remember you being in the fucking theater with me.
Well, you did for time.
Yeah, that was weird. That was super weird. Just because...
You never told me about you finger banging some chick in the fucking movie theater.
Finish him.
That's because I forgot about it until they said something on the show that reminded me of that. And how fucking hilarious of an idea that is. That people... Do you realize that after a certain time period, there's no need for people to do that. Like, if you want to talk to me, you gotta come in here so they can at least hear it. I completely forgot I did that. Apparently, she brought one of her friends with her that she was trying to get to hook up with, but he wouldn't hook up with her because apparently he's 3 years older than me and she was, I think, a year or two younger than us. I don't know. I don't remember her being there, but that sounds right. Fucking hilarious, dude. The sound of silence. There's a lot of shit I probably didn't tell you about because I forgot it. But that's more funny than anything. It just proves how fucking stupid I was. But at least you probably didn't hear any of that because I couldn't have him on speaker and have him hear me at the same time, which sucks because that would have been good too. Get that shit on speakerphone. Bro, the people that I knew in my life, pretty much everybody is gone. Everybody is gone. If they're not dead, they are wrapped up in their own life wherever the fuck they live. I don't know where anybody disappeared to. I know, I can go down the list of the people that I used to fucking hang out with. I know the one dude I used to talk to is a girlfriend, a kid, or fiance rather. They're engaged, so he's doing his fucking thing in his life. Other dude, same deal. Third dude, last time I seen him, he was struggling fucking heroin and Oxycontins, which is pretty fucked up. But I mean, it got a bunch of people. Who else is there? My other boy moved to Florida when we were like 16, so I don't really talk to him that much anymore. Never really did, especially not after we moved out of the fucking house we were living in that we were renting from his fucking...
Stop that!
I know you're not supposed to speak ill of dead motherfuckers, but that guy was the cheapest motherfucker I've ever come across in my life. The type of son of a bitch that would buy a fucking house just to let it sit and rot and then get mad that the two people that he let rent it are not fucking single-handedly renovating it for him. Fucking piece of shit. Having us sit in that fucking house all winter long with no fucking heat on. because you didn't want to fix nothing, and then try to charge us the $300 to fix it, even though it wasn't our fucking responsibility because it was wear and tear in your piece of shit house. That we had mice running throughout the entire place. There was mouse shit everywhere, bro. I can't make this up. You can ask, I get her in here, she'll tell you. They were every fucking where. Every fucking where. And I realized like there's a whole untapped bunch of shit that I've not talked about because I couldn't, when I started doing this, I wasn't thinking about stories to tell for one, because we would just come in here and think of topics as we went, and two, we were in the middle of living there, so I wasn't going to talk about how bad the situation was, but we were actively trying to beat the clock, essentially, is what we were doing, because this dude was like 80 years old, 80 plus, 85, 86, I think, when we started renting from him. And we known this motherfucker our whole lives, dude, which you would think on paper would make it a good decision to rent from him. But it's actually the complete fucking opposite. Don't ever, if you don't take anything away from anything that I do on any of these platforms, listen to me when I tell you this, because you will thank me later. Don't ever rent from somebody that you know or your fucking family. Don't fucking do it. It's gonna seem like a good idea, but money changes people, dude.
I'm just trying to talk sense to you. Shut it's your homie, but I bet he won't pay the rent for you. Bet
that person that you thought that you knew is completely fucking different when it comes around to fixing some shit that breaks that you inherited that was not your fucking fault, or getting blamed when the central air fucking, the fuck is it goddamn called, the central air vent is hanging halfway out of the fucking bedroom wall with mold all over and water stains just inches away from falling out and fucking probably killing somebody. That's not on him, that's on us. You know, the two disabled motherfuckers that moved into there. Don't get me wrong, it was a nice place. It was, how long would you say the house was nice for? Maybe a month? Yeah. The one time I actually say something to you. And then it all went to shit. That's right. I forgot about that, dude. This was a bad idea from the beginning. Or my mom we were living in, where the fuck were we? Where were we living before we moved in the house? We were in
Lititz.
Oh, it's Lidditz.
I thought we left there already. No, we were in the hotel. Right. Then we were in the hotel first, then we moved into okay. This is how you know you're off to a fucking great start. We were before the house, this is how it went. We went upgrade, quickly realized it was a downgrade, back to a half upgrade again, and which is now a downgrade, where we sit. I mean, it's nicer overall than the first. What? Yeah, definitely more room than the first apartment that we had. But we went from, I used to sleep in my mom's living room on the fucking floor. That was where I stayed. Thinking back on it now, I don't know how the fuck I managed to stay there with the shit that went on in that fucking place. But I went from that and moved into, we shared a fucking room for years. But we managed to move out of there and we couch cruised for a while, staying at two different people's houses for a short period of time before we eventually get thrown out on our asses and wind up living in a motel in Seaside Heights for like 2 fucking years. Which was a goddamn nightmare and a half, bro. This hotel is called the Anchor. And it was, ironically enough, is what the podcast name is. What are the chances of that? Probably very high, stupid. But, you know, the police station, it was literally the motel, a parking lot, and then a gate with a fucking Seaside police station right there. And this place was on fire every day, dude. There was a couple of drunk heroin addicts that were in the room next to us. I don't know what the fuck. One of them had cancer. I remember them trying to sell us You remember them trying to sell us THC pills? Yeah. That was what, bro. This is before weed was legal anywhere, I'm pretty sure. I can't back that up with statistics, but I'm pretty sure. Trying to sell us little brown pills they said had weed in them. I don't know what the fuck those were, but there definitely was no weed in that. For sure. We would get fucking hammered almost every fucking night, dude. Because what else are you gonna do when you're living out of a fucking hotel and we gotta eat microwavable food because there's no stove. There's a shower that you get warm water out of maybe once a day if you're fucking lucky. And then there are 2 beds that are on the opposite side of each part of the room, and they're fucking twin beds. With a mini fridge and a microwave sitting on top of it. That's where the fuck we lived for 2 years. Went from that to an apartment in this shit town called Ocean Gate, which is a theme going through life for a while, but we have to circle around and go back to that garbage fucking town another time because I don't want to get all into that dirtbag place right now. All I will say about it is that there are a lot of people that live in Ocean Gate that want to believe that place is the place to be, when in reality there are more fucking drugs that go in and out of Ocean Gate than a lot of other fucking places. I've heard people say that Ocean Gate rivals Manitou Park in drug deals, and that's the local gang sector in place not too far away from where we're currently living. It's far enough, but I'm just saying. So, you know, for the people that live there, like, it's nice if you own a vacation house and you only go there during the summer and you sniff fucking blow and you smoke weed out on in your 3-story half a mansion house on the boardwalk where the bicycle cops will drive by every 5 minutes because they got nothing fucking better to do, and they'll sit and talk with the rich motherfuckers that smoke weed outside all day and do cocaine with fucking what looks to be like 18-year-old girls all summer long. But if you even fucking look the wrong way, you're going down for some shit, dude. We don't know what it is yet, but we'll fucking figure out a way. We're gonna stop you every fucking time we see you. Every time we fucking see you. And we're gonna question you.
Opening new bottles of soda.
Yeah, pouring them out. We think you got liquor. She had a bottle of soda on the boardwalk.
And remember the other time I had a brand new fucking bottle of Minute Maid lemonade.
Yeah, and they said that
lemonade.
They said that because the liquor was not clear, that they couldn't see through it, that there was no way for them to find out whether or not there was alcohol in it, so they dumped the whole thing out.
No, that one he took a sip. You know, he took a big sip, and you could see that. You know. He kind of, like, did like a backwash.
That's wild.
And he gave it back to me because a lot of the cops used to just, it depends on if you were, I guess, with me or not, if they were going to give it back to me.
Yeah, because
or
those...
just, empty it, because it was like 50-50, really.
Anybody that has been around long enough can tell you that those cops were fucking dickheads to me, dude. I've had cops tell me that I was selling drugs to buy other drugs. That's how I was getting by.
That your mom.
That my mom was. You ready for this? Here's the biggest one. Jen was the bookkeeper. Apparently in this fucking Scarface drug scheme that I had going on, which, by the way, I didn't sell weed until we moved to fucking...
That ain't the hat.
So suck my dick, Ocean Gate. I didn't sell shit in your fucking town. You can blow me. Well, yeah, no. I had fucking weed on me. I drank a lot, but I didn't fucking sell weed in Ocean Gate because I wasn't a fucking crazy person. But they said that Jen was the bookkeeper, and then my mom would run the drugs and hide some of the money in her fucking apartment. Can you imagine?
She was the stash house.
She was the stash house. Can you imagine? Now, my mom lives in a fucking rundown...
And she was spending it all on lottos.
Yeah, my mom is a degenerate. That's my background. That's where the fuck I come from. Okay, whatever side of the family that you're on, you can say whatever the fuck you want. You're a goddamn degenerate too. Every one of you son of a bitches is a degenerate in one way or a fucking another. Don't talk. Don't raise your fucking nose up at me like you're somebody special. All of you are drunks or want to be divorcees that don't have the balls to pull the trigger because you don't want people to talk and say shit about you behind your back that they're already probably saying, just not to your fucking face.
I'm just paranoid, all day, every day. So I don't need to think of that because it's already happened.
But she's heavy into gambling, scratch offs, lotto. She believes. Yeah. Please. We know way more than we should. The both of us. Mainly me. Because she's not your mom. So it's not... For you to know the information, whatever, you can stumble into something. There's no reason why I should have to walk into my fucking place where I live and see a fucking 300-pound pedophile motherfucker, allegedly, walking around with his fucking Scottish baby dick hanging out, looking like a fucking butterscotch candy, decrepit in an ashtray.
It's in her door, but
and
knowing that it's not you, it's me.
Yeah. On purpose, trying to flash his Bisha deal around. Like, you're not Brad Pitt, my man. This motherfucker looks like a goddamn Goonie monster.
He's, fucking creaming the fuck out because he would just be right over, because your bedroom was the living room.
Bro, you put a baseball hat on this guy and he's a fucking pedophile.
Fucking standing over us, just watching us sleep.
Ugh. Disgusting. Fuck you.
The other person, we know.
If he ever found out I was doing this, he probably would be listening. So if you're listening, and if you're jerking your dick, you nasty motherfucker, I know what your fucking story is, bro. I don't have to say nothing to nobody. You know and I know what the fuck is really going on. So you can keep rubbing up feet, you nasty motherfucker.
To hide that fact, he did some shitty shit you did, so we riding for that.
We both know you're a fraud, bitch. We know what's happening here. And, my mom is a fucking degenerate. Plain and simple. The fact that woman had a fucking child should be illegal. When they found out she was pregnant, somebody should have hired a firing squad to shoot that bitch in her fucking belly. What the fuck were you thinking, man? What the fuck were you thinking, man? Are you crazy?
Sound like me.
Are you crazy? I got an idea.
Tell my mom that she should have swallowed.
When your grandmother looks at you in your fucking face in elementary school and says, "You better hope I don't die anytime soon," because let me tell you something. I love your mom, she's my daughter, but she should have had a fucking abortion because she has no interest in taking care of you at all. And when they put me in the ground, you're going to be all by yourself. You're going to have to learn to cook for yourself and do everything on your own. When a grown adult in their 60s looks at you and tells you that, and then a couple of years later winds up getting breast cancer and fucking dies, you don't really question why you start... You don't question why you start... I started questioning why I was drinking at fucking 14 years old. Then I thought about it.
Sex at 15, 16.
Then I thought about it like, oh, that makes sense because the most stable person in my life was the most unstable person I've ever known. And when that person that has spent all their time fucking raising you, and then they go and die with fucking breast cancer, and they're looking at this ceiling every day screaming at God to kill them because they pray for death.
I long for the darkness. I pray for death, real death.
You don't really question why you start to fucking do shit like that. Thank God I'm not a fucking heroin addict, dude, or a crackhead. It could have been way worse. It definitely could have been worse. I shouldn't even be sitting here right now. But I went way far off fucking what I was talking about. I was sleeping in this fucking psychopath's living room, dude, while she's getting her fucking feet lotioned up by this fucking mouth-breathing Lucky Charms wannabe talking fake Japanese to himself in the kitchen, bro. Motherfucking psychopath is in the other room trying to get his fucking little dinky dick wet, and I got one channel in front of me on a fucking black and white piece of shit television. Not even black and white, a little piece of shit television that looks like it could have been black and white, that you had to punch the side of to get the picture to fucking turn on. Comedy Central was all that came on because somebody in the universe knew that if I didn't have comedy to watch, I probably would have figured out a way to hang myself from the kitchen table somehow.
Not now. He's out in the living room. He's still awake.
Yeah, I don't, bro, dude, I need, ugh, I need therapy. Just the fact that you say that like it's so, when people hear this, they're gonna be fucking shocked. Not really. They're gonna sit back and they're gonna go, this makes sense. Your whole situation makes sense right now that we see where the fuck you're coming from.
That's right. You know, I hear bang, 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 punch me in the head.
Ugh.
No, I'm joking. My mom. She was always unconscious.
No, but your mom... Okay, see, we had two completely different growing up experiences. Where my mom gambled, did fucking pills out the ass,
and
hit
my mom
it.
was an ex-junkie.
But you had...
I had my grandmother.
You had your grandmother, I had mine. Mine died early. Yours lived a pretty long time. I mean, still, she was in her 60s, right? 70.
60, 70, something like that.
I had to look, because I know she was around for you.
She was like around the age, I guess, that your grandmother passed away. Maybe a little bit older.
I thought so. She was younger than my grandmother because I think she was around 67 or 68 when she passed.
She was half your grandmother's age.
I'm gonna look her up right now.
Who, Mama?
Yeah.
What, you can do that?
And I'm gonna try to. Please accept everybody's condolences. We're so sad to announce that on May 22nd, 2012, at age 64,
Denied.
Ocean Gate, New Jersey, born in Philadelphia, New York, passed away, leaving a sympathy message on the memorial page of
Hey, what happened?
to pay tribute. There are no additional photos. We should have her mass card around here somewhere, shouldn't we?
Yeah, but no picture.
Yeah, but that'll have the year that she was born and she passed away. Man. Just because I want to... That's fucked up. She was around... Because we were dating for a while. But, you know, this is fucking crazy. To think...
My mom and your grandmother. But not...
Yeah, alright, you know, this isn't my grandmother on my father's side. Your 1948, March 25th. So no, this is a different woman.
What?
You're the one that I'm looking at. That's a different person.
Yeah,
that's
but my
not
grandmother
her.
was born in New York.
She might be Bayville.
She was born and raised in Brooklyn. Right. Yeah.
May 20, yeah, 64. No, it says. What the fuck? It's the same. Yeah, no, this is her. Because it says she was a devoted homemaker committed to her family, the center of her life. It says here she was 64. She died on May 22nd, 2012. Born in Philly, raised in Ocean Gate since 96. Was devoted homemaker committed to her family, the center of her life. Surviving are her children.
And how many balls could a ball chucker chuck if a ball chucker could chuck balls? Who knows?
8 grandchildren and 1 grandson. Memorial gathering for family and friends will be offered on. It only has direct relatives, so it only lists her children. Guest book expired. This is what happens. This is really what happens when you die. Years from now, when we're both dead, or one of us is dead.
Nobody's gonna remember me. You know, and I know that. I'm fine with that. I know. Nobody's gonna be like,
No.
oh, let me see if, Jennifer, fucking obituary.
I'll cut your name out later, because I'm not going to name anybody else either. Because that's not my place to do that. Plus, that gives up way too much information. But, so, she was around for a long time for you, and she didn't live with your mom. She had her own place.
Kinda.
When I came into the picture, she had her own apartment.
Well, she had Darren's.
With Darren, but she didn't live with your mom, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, not, well, a little bit, because everybody lived with my mom for a couple years, then
went out on their own. Because my grandmother and my mom
moved across the street, that's it.
Yeah, but I'm saying that is kind of weird too. They lived across the street from one another.
Everywhere we moved, the whole fucking
family moved. But this is how it was. It was across the street was her mom's house. Across from there is in the building where our old apartment used to be, which ironically her grandmother lived in the same building on the side on the second floor. Yeah, in an apartment directly above us.
And across.
Oh shit.
Due to unexpected high volume, we are unable to answer your call. Please try again later. Debido a un alto llamado de números, no podemos atenderle en este momento. Favor de llamar más tarde.
I have no idea how I'm going to work back into this, because the conversation was at such a momentum at that point, and I can't pick it back up now just because it'd be difficult to start out cold with that. So I think I'm gonna have to figure out something else to do. Not sure what the hell that's going to be yet, but I mean, I'll figure it out. Maybe I can relate it to something. Fuck, I don't know though, dude. It's gonna be hard. But anyway, let me get the social media plugs out while we have the moment, so I can regroup here and figure out what my next move is going to be. It's at Laughing Birds on Twitter, on Instagram at Laughing Birds Pod. There's a website you can check out. Link will be in the description of the YouTube video, or I had to figure out where. I think it should be somewhere on the Anchor page. I had to figure out where that shit is. But in the meantime, rate the podcast. If you enjoy it, leave a comment on there, because that will help boost it so that other people will see it, and then we'll move up the rankings, which in the future will make it easier to be able to book guests if we choose to go in that direction, so we don't have to try to force ourselves on anybody that doesn't want to fuck with us. But in the meantime, let me try to figure out where the hell am I going to go from here.
Is an elephant heavy? I'm coming back, baby.
So I figure we'll go full circle and we'll go back to the original 1975 rollerball that I had no idea existed. So here we go. I'm starting a trailer. No, you know what? I'm not gonna include it in the video. Just because it's the whole point of not getting it blocked for no sound. Now, there's a familiar face that I saw already in here, which is Michael's brother from The Godfather. I don't know his name. I'm pretty sure it was Michael's brother, his older brother. Yeah, there he is. Hold on, sir. He said,
You know how the game serves us. It has a definite social purpose. Nations are bankrupt, gone, no poverty, no sickness. Man has accomplished what he'd always craved. Corporate society was an inevitable destiny, a good life, a centuries-old dream.
So hold on, he's saying in this movie, all the problems that we know and have grown to just embrace because they're not going anywhere don't exist? Oh shit. So he doesn't fuck around, this guy. Oh. Dude, how fucking crazy is this? And I thought ice hockey was nuts. This game is fucking ridiculous. Why would they remake this film? James Caan movie? This is like some Outer Limits Twilight Zone shit. Shit, he said I would like some information of how corporate decisions are made and who makes them.
Isn't that cute?
This is very strange. Was it meant to be a game? I guess it was supposed to kill the undesirables? But I don't understand this. Looks nothing like the remake. Usually the remakes at least try to stay on course with the original film. A little bit. This didn't seem to do that at all. That was very odd. Way before its time, underrated movie. Before Hunger Games, there was Rollerball. Based on a soon-to-be true story. Corporate dominance is more relevant than it was 40 years ago. Well, that's because people saw it coming. Oh, you're James Caan? I didn't know that was your name. I know you only from the Godfather movie. I watched this in 1985. I was 10 years old at the time, and I was shocked and scared of what may happen to the world in the future. This movie is classic. I was born in 85, so when you were just starting to get boners, I was just starting to percolate, you know what I mean? Godfather with skates. Alright. This movie turns to Big 40 next year, 2015. Damn, it's been so long. I didn't get much out of this. Although I did not know those guys were in that movie, so I guess that's a plus. But let's switch it up a little bit, I guess. I don't know why everything looks green in here when the light, natural light from the outside comes in. I covered a lot of shit. Getting whacked off in a movie theater, which I'm grateful to have had that experience, just to be able to sing. Like, I know I've said this before probably, but sometimes I think back at my life and I think that nothing really extraordinary has happened, and then I come to realize that maybe even the smallest things that have happened, maybe a lot of people have not experienced, so it could actually be something that is worth something. And I don't know if it actually is or not, but the fact that that happened, I mean, which does lead into a whole different thing of relationships, which reminds me, I attempted to talk about relationships and it went completely fucking sideways. Completely sideways, because I wound up getting strung up on one topic, which is a rather polarizing one, so I don't know what I want to do with that. But anyway, there's a bunch of topics that I want to cover in the future. When that will be exactly, I'm not sure in what order they're going to be. I don't know. But I did write a couple of them down. So let me pull them up here so I can see exactly what they were. Okay, come on now. Where was it? And I do have a couple in the bank. Alright, hold on. Here we go. Alright. Crack House Stories, which could be a movie. It really could, I believe. And if I knew, don't get cute. I've never done crack a day in my life. I may not look like it, but I have goddamn standards. Okay, my appearance is a combination of things, and crack cocaine is not one of them. The DJ days, oh my god. Almost exploding in metal shop. Stories if bud is legal in November. Street versus dispensary, buy versus sell. And then backyard wrestling. Those are just a couple of topics. I would like to get the person that I was in the business with on here, because if you could believe, well, here's a little teaser for you. If you can believe it, when I used to go out on gigs, I never did mic work. Petrified of the microphone. Didn't know what to say, didn't know how to get my energy up, because I was always afraid to be, I didn't want to, it was the fear of the public speaking. I still have it. This is a different form of it though. It's easier because you're not standing in front of me, right? But when you have a room of 150 people at somebody's birthday, or whatever the event might be, AA, NA, celebratory things, because we did a thing in a recovery center for people that got their year chips and so on, which was really cool. I remember that, you know, but I was afraid of the mic. Never talked into it. I know my friend was upset with me for a while because he's like, dude, if you're gonna do this, you have to get on the mic, dude. You gotta do it. Because I could talk to people when they came up about songs and shit like that, but I was always afraid to get on the mic. And now here I am doing this, which does freak me out sometimes. But if you would have told me then I could do this now, I may have believed you. Because a part of me always wanted to try to overcome that. But the way I always envisioned it was like this. You know, radio setting. Which is where, you know, I'm on one side and then you can communicate through your side. Except in the old days, it used to be run by phone calls, right? Where people could call in. People could call in, throw their 2 cents in, and then you can just keep going call to call to call, which is effortless to do. I think it would be really fun to be able to do that one day. I don't think I probably should, just because of the type of character that I have. You know, I don't think I go well with a lot of people. But you never know. Who knows where this is going to end up? Because when they eventually do try to take everything away from us, and by us I mean the collective of creators, which they're ultimately going to do, they're going to try to take podcasts away. Alright, they're already working on YouTube. YouTube is not for small time creators anymore. They don't care about grassroots, from the ground up, building something that you can be proud of. They don't give a fuck about that. Unless you're an industry component, proponent, unless you're a puzzle piece that fits in their narrative, they don't want to do business with you, which is fine, because I would be happy with, I like doing pre-records. right? Because it gives me the freedom to stop and start whenever I want. I can edit something out if I drop a name of somebody, cut that out in post, add silly little sound effects. But I could also go the direction of going live, having a live chat, and phone calls. You know, maybe we can work through Skype. You know, who the fuck knows how it's gonna get done. It would have been an interesting thing to do. Maybe that could be something we think about in the future, like not anytime soon, because I don't have the availability to buy the shit that I would need, the connectors and all that nonsense. But first and more importantly, I have to get Jen a tripod other than myself, and I have to get a newer camera, or at least but yeah, because the wire would be too short, I think, because the one that we have, we bought a camera a while ago, a GE, whatever that means, you know, not General Electronics, something like that. But anyway, you know, we bought a camera, she bought a camera a few years ago, I should say. It was like $60, but it was the first digital one ever that we had. It's got an SD card in it, but it eats the batteries in under 5 minutes. Brand new batteries, fresh out the box, 5 minutes, they're fucking dead. So that's not good. Because the whole point was, you know, something happened. We were outside the other night, and somebody came out of the building, and Jen, 9 times out of 10, she has her clipboard and her paper with her, so she's working on something, and this girl looks over and she's like, oh, you know, that looks really good. You know, how much would you charge to do like a design of a Mickey Mouse for my daughter? And they're going back and forth, and I should have interjected and been like, what size do you want, what's the price? But I know people want to talk to the artist directly. They don't like it when somebody comes out of nowhere and starts negotiating prices, but I have to do that because Jen will short herself every single time. But that's normal because the person that's making the product doesn't really see the potential that other people might see, which is not necessarily, it's a bad thing if you want to make money in a business, but it's a good thing in a way if you want to stay hungry and continue to work towards greater shit. Because if you're overconfident, that's a good way to be stagnant, where you're never gonna, I shouldn't say never, there's always a possibility for growth, but it wouldn't be the same if you were so confident versus if you weren't. You might work harder. And I know that could easily, at the same time, it could stop you from wanting to do it, but it seems to work for her. So, you know, we gotta get a camera, and I gotta get a tripod, because the way that she works is she just starts drawing whenever. There's no set schedule. It's the same way that I do this, she does that. Whenever she gets the itch to do it, she just starts working on something, and it becomes a whole life form of its own, which is a beautiful thing to watch. But she doesn't like when people watch, just like I don't like it if somebody was listening to what I was saying right this second in the room here. I would be less comfortable versus if I could just flow and not be self-conscious. I mean, I am self-conscious, but hopefully you know what I'm getting at. So the idea is to get a camera, get the tripod, and hook it up so that it's just angling down on the paper, and in real time you could just see it coming together. But if I can set that up, then I can set up a YouTube channel for her. And I mean, I'll do all the video editing and all that bullshit. And I could even put a podcast Because I've done this before. I took something that she was working on. I recorded it live with the computer, or pre-recorded it rather with the computer, and then dubbed the audio over the video, which, I mean, seemed to work well. It would be a nice combination of both things, but then again, people would probably rather she have her own avenue, because then people would look at me like I'm puffy, like I'm trying to be all up on the track, all in the background.
What? What's wrong? What right there? Oh shit. You got a red dot on your head too. Oh shit.
You know, that's no good either. We gotta be able to make it so that she's her own entity, right? I mean, unless that's something that she wants, but I could always throw background music on it, whatever. We'll figure it out. But, you know, these are things that we gotta do, which I'm not sure. So I don't know anything about these. Nothing. How the position, how do they work, what all goes on. I've seen other YouTube creators, more specifically Craftman, uses he's got a separate camera, right, where he records, and he goes in an audio booth that he made, which is awesome. That would be so cool if I could have that rather, but it's not gonna happen. We live in an apartment, we don't have a house, and even what we did, it's not like we could have built one anyway. But, you know, I know people do this, so that's the question, is how do we do it? And then these are for phones, I think. How do you know what is what? What's the best one for a Canon camera? Does it have to be a Canon? See, I don't know. I'm going to have to consult somebody about this, because I'll wind up ripping myself off, because I don't know anywhere near enough. And I love electronics, but me looking into buying a tripod and a camera would be like bringing a car into a mechanic shop. When they see me coming, they already know they can stiff me. You know, when it comes to shit like a little bit of computers, you know, a certain audio equipment, I know basically where the value is, so I'm a little bit smarter with stuff like that. I'll wrap this up here for now, and then maybe we'll work on another topic for one of the other weeks, because when I left this, we were at 40, and I just did a half hour, so there's plenty of time. That's about an hour. I know it's all over the place, but this is the nature of the podcast. If it's your first time here, this podcast comes out every Saturday. I should probably start saying that in the beginning for people who are new, just so they know.